I'm here at AnimeNYC at the Javits Center here in New York, and this is basically a more niche version, smaller, condensed version, specialized of Comic-Con that you see me cover on this channel a few times. Every year I come here and cover the setups. This time, something a little different. First of all, sorry about my voice. I'm just getting over a sinus infection, but I didn't want to miss this one because last year I heard a rumor that all the photographers were getting kicked out, and these guys, they go pretty hard if you look at their setups. So this year I heard they had to pay $100 just to be here and be able to set up and shoot for the cosplayers. I want to hear what they got to say. I want to hear if they feel like it's fair. I want to hear if it was worth it. I want to hear if this convention is something worth checking out for someone who hasn't been to the convention before to shoot cosplay. I don't know. Let's go check it out. I'm going to go over their setups a little bit, but not really as much as I do at Comic-Con because this is August. Comic-Con happens in October, and I will be coming back for that for a more in-depth video like you've seen from me every year. But there's a lot going on. I got here late. I'm not going to last long, I'll tell you that. So let's go see who we can find, see what they got to say, and see what's going on here at AnimeNYC. Oh, we know this guy. Walking through this crowd, I ran into Victor, May I Please Studio.
What's up, Victor from May I Please Studio? What's up?
He's been in all the Comic-Con videos because he has such a unique setup. And it actually works out for him here because that $100 green wristband thing that I'm hearing about is if you're taking up space with stands on the floor. You would have come like this anyway, but do you have any thoughts on what this whole charging $100 to shoot here is about?
Yeah, if they would have just told us when we got our tickets and be like, hey, by the way, photographers now have a $100 add-on, it wouldn't be so bad. But the fact that you did it a month ago so that if people already said, oh, I have $1,000, I need to now have $900, that's messed up. How do you do it last minute? Oh, we're testing it. That's great. Test it at the beginning, not in the middle of it where everyone's panicking for money as it is.
So for you, it's not the $100 itself, it's more the way they implemented it last minute.
Correct.
So you're fine with them charging because their argument is it costs money to put this all together. Some of you guys are charging for photos for these cosplayers. They should get their cut. But New York Comic Con, 10 times bigger, does not do that. What do you think about this?
Oh, it's all about money. The greatest part is if you really want to talk about money, I don't know if you looked over there, the extension that's never open for but Comic-Con, it's open. Every time I ask AnimeNYC why, they said we don't have the money. Good luck with that. You have the money, you charge almost the same, but then you don't give us the same amounts. And then now you're doing this?
So, I mean, my man's smart from the beginning. He's been no stands the whole time. But if you want to check out more, check out my other Comic-Con videos on this channel. Victor, always good to see you, buddy.
Thank you, thank you.
Ran into another OG of my Comic-Con videos that you see every year, JF.
Hey, what's going on, Seth? It's good to see you again, man.
My man hustles. I mean, every time I run into him at these cons, he's got thousands of shots off. He's got lines of plenty of people. So for you, this $100 to get in here might have been worth it. You have to give a green wristband, right?
Yeah,
like
that's that little band right there, Left Field Media, that it says on it to let them know that, you know, you got it from them.
So here's what happened. This is what I heard happened. Last year, photographers got kicked out. That's what I heard.
Bottom floor. Actually, currently right now, if you go all the way down there, you see like these very, very big setups. There was one guy that had like 4 friends with him. Each one of them had that type of setup. And from there, they was just like, you know what? There was a lot of complaints and stuff left on the feedback from that. I remember seeing it. They started kicking them out on Saturday, Sunday, making them leave or either come up here. So I guess their answer to that was we're just going to make them get these credentials and then we have to approve a certain amount of people. I understand the reason, but the layout and the execution, I don't.
So that's the thing. A lot of people are saying, one, what exactly qualifies for the $100? Is it because you're taking up floor space? I know you come with a C-stand and an arm and everything, so you knew you were going into this.
Yeah.
Some guys just walk around shooting. I wasn't even checked for a camera when I walked in here, which is kind of nuts, right?
Yeah.
So I think the real controversy is that they snuck it up on you guys last minute. There was no discussion about it. And is $100 worth it to you? And do you feel that this is fair?
So for me personally, the $100 is worth it. I was going to do it regardless. Now, when the controversy comes, it's the communication to it, the execution to it. So if you look at like the initial thing, it says things and then contradicts it. For example, you have to be approved. There's no way you can get it on the spot. But then at the bottom, it says if they see you and you're not approved, they're going to make you go and buy one. So it's like, which one is it? Do we get it on the spot or do we have to get approved? So now a lot of people are still coming anyway because they didn't know about this, setting up and then being forced to go buy a thing on the spot. Meanwhile, it said you couldn't do that. The next thing, you know, they didn't give us much answer on what the $100 will get us. There's no dedicated space. There's no extra access that we get. The only thing we get is our name listed on the website. but it's like you got to go through a link, through a link, through a link, through a link, through a link to actually find that.
What do you get for the $100? Do you get a dedicated spot? Do you get an outlet to charge your stuff? Is there like a premium space? Is this like considered premium to shoot in? Like what exactly are you getting for the $100?
Nothing. Only thing that's just straight up honest. Only thing you're getting is your name on that website. Because if we're being honest, I've been here for the past 3 years. Nothing's changed. Yeah, nothing. Literally nothing comes from it. It's just your name getting put up there, and then you get a green band that says I did it.
Do you think that this has caused it to be less congested and it helped you guys space out a little bit?
No, not at all.
Okay.
So what I noticed, and this was from Thursday, which is supposed to be the slowest day. Even Thursday, it was extremely hot. It was extremely packed. There was way too many photographer setups and everything. Just even people walking around with cameras. So I think when people look at New York Comic Con, for example, and then look at this, they think of the same thing. So you just have way too many people inside and not enough space inside. So they'll either have to open up the outdoor for us or more space in the Javits for us to actually use. The only other way we fix that is if we go back to November.
So I guess my last question would be, are the cosplayers even caring if you have a green wristband or not? They just come here looking to show off and get some shots. Do the green wristbands to them say, oh, this guy's probably going to get me a better shot, they're probably legit? Because they don't know who to shoot with off the bat unless they know you, right?
Yeah.
So is the green wristband giving you some kind of credibility with the actual community of cosplayers?
No, the only thing the green wristband has let me do, literally, is walk through that front door before 10.
Wow.
That is the only thing that I've been able to do. Even like here, like I had to stand down the stairs over there and wait until 10 to come in here. It's just the fact that I had a green wristband. I was able to walk through the front while everybody was outside waiting for general admission. But that's about it. Like literally the same exact thing as if I didn't have this on, except I wouldn't be pestered.
So what would you say going forward? What would you say to photographers coming to AnimeNYC?
If you're gonna come here, be prepared. Make sure you at least scope the layout first before you get here. There's a lot happening down at the bottom floor, but again, the same way we have in New York Comic Con where that gray wall is, everybody's in a glass window. Everybody's in a crystal palace. So just make sure you scope it out first, get to know the people. If you are gonna charge, like pay the $100, at least get $100 worth of bookings. Or find another way, like my website I can sell my pictures off my website to make the money back that I spent to do this. So if you're gonna do something along those lines or even get this wristband or do AnimeNYC, make sure you know that first. Also, the whole handheld camera thing that they said they'll still catch you for, it doesn't matter. It's literally just the light stands and stuff. So if you don't have that going on, then free game.
They're probably still figuring it out like the rest of us.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Jeff. Check him out on his, I'll put his social, you know the whole deal.
Yeah, of course.
All right, I found another guy from my Comic-Con videos. I got Ray here.
How you doing, guys?
So Ray doesn't have a great green wristband on, but he does have a creator pass. And so you're telling me that this bypassed it?
Yeah, so in their policy and rule is like, you don't need a wristband if you have a creator's pass. And something like that was just happening when I was entering the convention, and somebody was like, hey, you can't enter. And I'm like, what you mean by that? And she was like, you need to enter with a camera with a wristband. I was like, no, I don't. I have a creator pass. That bypasses your policies about like press and all that. As long as I don't charge people or, extra money, I should be fine. And majority of the time I'm just doing hard shots, so it's all free anyways. And so she had to ask like 3 people about it, and then by then they were like, okay, just let him pass. Just don't block the people, don't block the way.
Well, I think that's the issue is 1, it was so last minute. 2, they don't know how to enforce it because some people aren't charging, they just want to shoot. Yeah. So like, how do you even mitigate that? So in the end, do you think it's fair? Has it benefited anyone?
I don't think it's fair, especially when they put this down like a month before the anime convention. Like maybe in the beginning, give it some time, but this is so last minute, and a lot of photographers I know are upset about it because they already made their plans, they already made their shoots and all that, and now they're limited by where they can go now. It's ridiculous. So
if they implement this next year with enough, you gotta be kidding me. So if you're trying to film at AnimeNYC, you're gonna have an annoying MC thinking they're doing a great job, just so you know. So let's say next year they just hold it tight, they say upfront $100, green wristband, the whole thing. Is that fair?
If they announce it beforehand, not like a month before, we can work and plan around that. But what they did was, it was ridiculous, man,
I'm going to put his IG down below. You can catch him in last year's Comic-Con video on my channel. I'll be doing a Comic-Con again this year, so be on the look for that. Thanks, Ray.
All right, no problem. Thank you very much for having me on.
I don't think I would be stepping into a con at the Javits Center if I didn't run into Lawrence.
What's good? What's going on, peoples? How y'all doing?
So unlike the other guys, you're doing video, but here's the thing. they're charging $100. A lot of the argument about the $100 is that people are making money shooting. I know you make money shooting, but I don't see a green wristband. I see 1,000 other wristbands, but that's because you're not taking up floor space. So that's really what it is, huh?
Correct. Yeah. For me, I think with all of this, it's just weird with the timing. Like, even if they're gonna do it, so be it. That's their prerogative. But if they would at least announce this decision during like the badge drop, that would have been different. I mean, to do this like in April, where people already like got their lodging plans, they already have like the plans of what they're gonna do in NYC. Like, another added on cost is, you know, it can hurt a lot of people because staying in Midtown is not cheap. But everyone who's not in NYC coming out to AnimeNYC, they're staying in Midtown. So that $100, you know, that's taken away from people eating. I'm not for it. I don't like it just because it takes away from a lot of my photographer friends, just because it limits their creativity if they don't have like the extra $100 to spend for like a green wrist badge.
So you were actually saying to me you're concerned that this might affect New York Comic Con because they might start doing it, and then that's a bigger issue.
Yeah, I mean, I could see. I was actually surprised to see that AnimeNYC did this first before New York Comic Con. But while talking to more of my photographer friends, New York Comic Con embraces like the photography community that comes out here, and especially with the cosplayers, they love it. So it's a symbiotic relationship. But for like AnimeNYC to do this, it kind of does more harm than help. It might help their bottom line, I guess, but
How much you think they're really making? Come on.
I mean, it may. Listen, I don't know who pushed these numbers, but honestly, it's not worth. What's the saying?
The juice is not worth the squeeze?
The juice not worth the squeeze, but like, don't cut your nose to spite your face.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
So if this is stated beforehand for next year, if they keep this stated for next year, is everybody think going to be okay with it because it's not popped up on them last minute, you think?
I think if they did this in January when they did the initial badge up, it wouldn't have as such of a deep effect because people can plan for that. It's like, all right, cool, like I'm gonna get my badge, but wait, I gotta factor in like another $100 if I want to bring out like my full lighting setup.
Well, that's what I was wondering. Like for a guy like you, let's say you change up your setup, you're like, I'm going to put a light down and do talking heads for a minute.
Yeah.
And then it affects you, right? So is that something that you consider being a problem?
If I were into doing like lighted talking head segments, yes, that would be a problem for me. Because again, that's like $100 that I necessarily wasn't counting on spending, but also too, it's like, yeah, just let us know up front. Let us know up front.
Yeah, I don't think it's that much financially, but it's out of nowhere, I think, is what people have the most problem with. So do you think that the cosplayers are selecting who they go to based on the green wristband, that they're kind of skipping people they don't have the green? Is it like a flag for the cosplayers?
So what a lot of my cosplay friends tell me is that they believe the whole, not stigma, but like the whole image, so to speak, of like having like the lights and like the modifiers, if they don't see your work before. If they're just going in blind, like saying like, hey, can I take your photo? And like they don't know you, but at least if they see that you have a light stand and a light and the strobe and all that, it gives you like a little bit of credibility that they can trust you.
Okay.
But that's only before you built a rapport.
Yeah, I think people forget they got to build a portfolio, not just be here to shoot, you know?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to put his IG down below as always. I thank you. I'm always going to grab you when I see you at one of these cons. I'll see you in October, right?
Yes, you'll see me in October. I see you at New York Comic Con.
All right, that's going to do it for me here at AnimeNYC 2026. I just wanted to grab some guys that you've seen in the Comic-Con videos back on this channel. I did about 3 of them, one every year. I'll do it again this year. Just because they've got insight. They've been through it, and now they're getting charged $100 to do what they always do at bigger conventions and how they feel about it. I guess it's not that big a deal because they just feel the only problem is that it was sprung on them after they bought the passes, which is not that crazy, but going forward now they know, right? You let me know what you think about that down below. I am sorry for my voice. I can't even record talking inside that space because they've got copyrighted music being blasted by a DJ in the lobby. I hate my life. I hate my life. I hate my life. Not a good look if you're trying to film in there. Anyway, I know I'm just complaining. I'm drenched in sweat. I'm half sick. I'm dying. But I wanted to get this video out for you guys and just give these guys a chance to air their grievances and have a voice, because if you want to be a community, be treated like a community, you got to act like a community and have some kind of voice out there. So hopefully this worked out. Anyway, this was not my best work. Check out the Comic-Con videos. If you're new here, hit subscribe, but also check out the Discord. There's over 1,000 members in there. It's totally free, and if you have any questions, you can ask them in there. If you want to share some work, you want to check out other people's work, it's a good place to connect, and there's no trolls. I kick them all out. I promise you that. But for now, hit subscribe, check out the rest of the channel, and I'll see you on the next one. Later, guys. Bye.